Welcome everybody. So I want to cover today a way of practicing for managing your personal practice, how to improve and develop by your awareness of working with your stance. Now, when I'm referred to stance, different terminology means different things for different people. You have different stances like marble, horse riding stance, gombo, hanging stance, so on. People might have different names. My background is Chen style, Tai Chi, but I've done Yang style as well. But different names is particular to a stance in your leg position. Here I want to talk about the whole setup, or call it posture. So it's your whole body we're talking about here in terms of posture. So sometimes stance is interchangeable from your whole posture position, your body, head, arms, and so on. Yeah. So we'll come on to that a bit later. Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to refer to here, is to know your stances. No, not just your legs, your whole posture. And so we're going to cover that today. Yeah. Also to manage your personal practice, give you some hints and tips. So my recommendation is to think about not just your Tai Chi form or practice, but breaking down or taking out of your form the particular stances and examining them by particular practice and a way of practicing it. And we'll go through that. So two basic tools about measurement. Now, unfortunately, Sam has just covered this in understanding of trying to identify. If you have, myself, I have an application on my phone, which is a timer, a repeat timer. So I can set 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever for my personal practice, and set my timer. Now, if you haven't got a timer, then you can count the number of breaths to give you an idea of how long you want to practice or to stay in the posture. So this is for standing work. Maybe you've done the Jam Jong standing. So there are two measurement tools to help guide you to make sure that when you practice the same length of time each day, or each time you practice, you have that consistent time. So if you do 1 minute today, you do 1 minute tomorrow, or the next time you practice, not less. So always wanting to improve and develop. So over weeks or months, you might go from 1 minute to 2 minutes to 3 minutes and so on, progress the length of time you stay in your posture. So this will help you make sure you improve your practice, not go less each time. Yeah. So that's what we don't want to do. Yeah. So we want to keep improving. So a tool is your phone, and you can download an app which is this timer, but a repeating timer as well. So I don't have to keep checking and resetting my timer. If you haven't got that, then you do your counting. So I want you to do a little exercise similar to what Sam did today. Yeah. So I'm going to set the timer off for 1 minute. Yeah. And I want you to stand in the normal standing practice, your feet shoulder width apart, your hands covering your dantian. Yeah. Here. So you check your posture, and I want you to count your breathing. It's a bit like taking your pulse. So I'm going to set the timer off. When the beat finishes, I want you, it's not a game or a challenge to say you've got to do more breaths or less breaths. Yeah? It's whatever it is for you. So the 2 minutes, yeah, I want you to count the first minute, the number of breaths, and then count again for the second minute. So you get some idea of how long your breath goes. Yes. So you'll start the counting now, and just relax your normal breathing. Just be natural with it. Just count your breath. So again, it's not a challenge to see how less number of breaths you have or more breaths. Yeah, it's trying to identify for yourself how many breaths you do in a minute. Keep nice and relaxed. More relaxed you are, more ease you will be with your breathing. Your second minute starts now. Okay, so just shake your legs. So you should have some kind of idea. Yeah, your first minute might be less number of breaths, or second minute, it doesn't matter. As long as you've got some kind of idea of what your length of number of breaths are per minute. Then if you haven't got these tools like a phone or a stopwatch or anything like that, yeah, you can't say, I can't do this because I haven't got the tools, yeah. So you're counting your breaths to help you guide your personal practice. Okay, so now we've got the measurement in place, because it's very difficult sometimes to identify measurement. So here's a measurement, the length of time I practice in a stance or a posture. Okay, so very important. That's your way to progress and develop. Okay, the next one I want to talk about, yeah, is some key acupuncture points. Sam has already mentioned the Laogun point on, just stop the timer, yeah, okay. The Laogun point on the palm, the Beihui point on the top of the forehead, the Yongquan on the ball of the foot, the bubbling well point, and your Dantian. And the next one is small intestine 5 here on the edge of the palm. This is Yang Gu point here. So we'll be referring to this a bit later in the practice. Yeah, so Laogun, Yonggu, yeah, Dantian, Beihui, and the bubbling well, Yongquan in the foot. Yeah, the bubbling well just below the ball of the foot. So those are key points, yeah, we'll talk about as we do the postures and stances. Okay, so what I wanted to try and do today is, yeah, when you practice your Tai Chi, it's not just about the form, it's trying to practice, yeah, your stances or the whole posture out of the form, and see if you can spend time resting in the posture to feel the energy, yeah, moving around inside the body. So this is the principle of the Jam Jong, standing like a tree where inside your energy is moving. And it can move in different ways depending on what posture you're in. Okay, so as you work through, I'll explain that, yeah? It's very important, yeah, to understand that. Okay, so the first priority is to get your body in the right position. Okay, so we look at, some people might have been on the previous courses, Master Lai and so on, about the 3 cultivations. So your 3 cultivations are you're getting your body in the right position, working with your breath, and working with your mind. So there are 3 cultivations, yeah? And we'll split those down a bit later as I progress, yeah? So the first one I want you to, yeah, be aware of is the stance, yeah? So the gongbo, yeah, is the actual leg position and stance, yeah? So that's your left leg straight with your heel pushing into the floor. Your right leg turning into a bow shape, yeah? So that's my stance, gongbo, yeah? Your weight, 70% on your front leg, 30% on your back leg. Okay? So that's right or left, doesn't matter, yeah? Okay, so the first position we're going to do is your stance is gongbo, yeah? Now my hands coming up, pushing forward. So in the form, you would do this in your yang form, yeah? Or sun, might be whatever, yes? So it doesn't matter which style, but mostly here. So my stance, yeah? So I'm talking now about a systematic check, your personal self-check, to teach you whether you're in the right position for your stance or posture. Okay, so here I start with my, it's almost like head to toe check, or from feet up to the head. Okay, check. So each time I do a posture, I want to go through this systematic check. So I want to check my feet, toes in the right direction. So my left foot, toes pointing forward. My right foot pointing 45 degrees out to the right. My knee in the right position in line with my toe in front. So not past the toe. So knee to toe, but not past reaching forward, yeah? But not short either, okay? So my feet want to make a good connection to the floor. So I'm rooting my feet. And I said, check my knees. Yeah? My left knee pointing forward, my right knee pointing out in line with my right toe, 45 degrees. My weight distribution is 70% of the front leg, 30% on the back leg. You can vary that if you want later. Yeah? Your back leg straight, pushing your right heel into the floor. So that's coming up my body now, yeah? My waist, my body facing forward. Relaxing my hip flexors here. So not locking here, relax here. So that's my hip flexor here. My body facing forward. Yeah? And come to shoulders. Shoulders relaxed down. Your palms extended, your elbow open. So not bent, pushing out, but not locked straight. Okay? From there, I pull my fingers back and concentrating on the Laogun point here, pushing with the palm. So basically the technique would be push the palm. My shoulders relaxed, and I check my head, my Beihui pointing to the sky. As I relax my shoulders down, it should point the Beihui to the sky. My eyes looking forward. My breath nice and relaxed. So now we've got the body check. Your breathing, the second cultivation is relax your breathing. Don't need to worry about your breathing, let it be natural. Okay? Now the third cultivation, working with your mind, your yi, is to concentrate on the Laogun point, pushing forward. So again, we'll do this timing now for 1 minute. So the beep here, we stay in the posture for 1 minute. Okay, keep relaxed, but keep your mind active on your Laogun point, pushing forward into the sky. Your back and head should be straight up like a stick or a stack of coins. Yeah? My meditation teacher said, feel like your vertebrae is like a stack of coins and your head pushing to the sky. Your breathing relax, but your mind on your Laogun point. Finishing the first minute, then change stance, your right foot in, left foot back, keep your hands up. We do a second minute. So we want to balance, yeah, our stance up, so we practice right or left. Keep nice and relaxed. Feel all your joints open from your shoulder, elbow, wrist, even the fingers and the knuckles on your fingers, feeling open, pointing to the sky. Okay, and relax. Shake the legs, shake your arms. Now, in the standing practice, we want to try and, if this is a set time, we've done a minute, I'm picking a minute today, If a minute is comfortable, then you can increase the time for yourself, for your personal practice. So you don't have to confine yourself to a minute, but if a minute is a challenge enough, then that's fine. So your development of your personal practice can keep improving the time, the length of time you stay in the posture. Okay? Or you can keep changing a minute, you can do change 1 minute each, Yeah, then you could repeat twice. Yeah, so left and right twice takes you up to 4 minutes. So this is how you manage your time in your practice with your stance practice. So you can work on one posture, or you can have a variation, and we'll do a couple of variations in a minute. Okay, so that's one posture with the 3 cultivations. When you concentrate on the Laogong point, if you close the palm, you're hiding the Laogong point. If you slightly open, feel the bones of your palm open, will heighten your awareness to your Laogong point. So not soft and closed, open. Yeah, you will see that opening your joints inside your palm, stretching here, and then pushing forward. Your fingers flex back, your elbow open, your wrist open. Then your chi and energy can flow from your dantian up, down to the arm, to the posture. Okay, so this is important with working with the mind. Your 3rd cultivation is I'm concentrating on the Laogong point and pushing forward to the wall in front. So if I've got a wall, 6 feet away, I'm pushing the wall. If I've got a wall 20 feet away, I'm pushing that wall. Okay, so the power of my mind working with the intention, the yi is an intention, not working amount of pong or strength in the palm is to push away. So this stance is about pushing this direction. So all my strength and mindfulness is about pushing forward, supporting my stance and posture to push forward. Okay, so the longer you stay in the posture, the more you will discover the energy from inside, how it works. And by using the mind to direct the chi will also have an influence over your chi movements inside your body. So that's how it all works in terms of principle. Now we look at a couple of more moves, postures, and we pick them. Yeah. So we've done the first one is like pushing here. Yeah. The next one could be a single leg stance. Yeah. So your hanging stance. So I turn my foot 45 degrees. This could be a little bit more difficult and challenging because you're putting all the weight on one leg. Yeah. So again, we talk about this stance. So we're going to go into this particular posture, but I'll talk you through the key component parts first. So you put your weight onto your right foot 45 degrees to your right. Your left foot just in front, ball of the foot down. So as we said earlier, I check my feet position, my left foot, ball of the foot just touching the floor, my right foot, all my weight going down my right leg, sinking into the floor. My knee, toe, hip, all in line with shoulder, all in line. My body facing forward, waist forward. Relax the hip flexors here, down, sink. I don't have to go too low, I just sink here. My body, spine, vertical, pushing my baby to the sky. My right hand up, palm facing forward. So my Laogong point forward, my left hand, fingers pointing forward, but my Laogong point pointing downwards. So here, left hand, fingers forward, pointing down. Okay, relax the shoulders, arm up. So don't raise your shoulders, relax your shoulders down. Your eyes looking forward and a soft gaze. And we'll do the timing in this posture, 1 minute again. So again, throughout the standing posture, you go through all those checkpoints. If suddenly your shoulders come up, double check. So you'll be surprised how quickly your mind will wander off when your body will change its position subtly over time. I think, oh, this is, my arm's too heavy, I will come down, and it comes down here. No, you'll try and push it back into the right position throughout the practice. So you might have to do little adjustments and retuning and refining as you work in the posture. Then you change over, balance up your left hand side. Now, so again, your left foot is 45 degrees, sink your weight down, make sure your left foot is connecting to the floor well. Your right ball of the foot is touching the floor. Keep your knee pointing forward, yeah, and your knee in line with your ankle, yeah, on a vertical level. Sink your hip flexors, yeah, your shoulders relaxed, your spine straight, your belly to the sky, shoulders down, elbow relaxed, Laogun points with your left hand pointing forward. My right hand, my shoulder down, elbow open, joint, wrist, your fingers pointing forward, palm pressing down, Laogun point pointing to the floor. Okay, so now we've done shake the legs, so we've done right leg and left leg. Okay, so hopefully you're getting the idea of the systematic check for each posture or position you want to pick. Yeah? As you practice over time, yeah, your mind and energy will help direct the chi to where it needs to be. Yeah? So now we'll look at another posture in the form. So again, we take up the left stance in the left gumbo. Yeah, so your gumbo stance here. So your left leg, you will check your feet, left leg forward, right leg straight, pushing down with the heel in the right leg. Your left knee in line with your toe, not past it. So as you look down, your knee should be in line with your toe here. Okay. Relax my hip flexors. My back, spine vertical, my head pushing to the sky, my shoulders down. Yeah. This time, yeah, we're going to block up this time with your hand higher and your right hand pointing forward. Yeah. So here is the right hand Laogun point here. Your left hand is concentrated on this Yanggu point upwards. Yeah. This time, yeah, my arm position is slightly curved here. Flexing my wrist back, pushing my Laogun point forward. So here. So now I've got to split my mind, concentrating the Laogun point pushing upwards, this Yanggu point here. This hand is pushing forward, and the Laogun point. So relax my shoulders down, my body straight, pushing forward. So now my mind is split, my left hand, my right hand doing different things. So again, we'll concentrate on this for a minute, stance. Now, yeah, keep self-checking, relax your breathing. So keep working your mind onto pushing upwards with your left hand, pushing forward with your right hand. When we change the stance, change right foot forward, change the right hand up, pushing forward with your left Laogun point. Keep your shoulders down, pushing upwards and outwards with your right hand, forward with your left. Here, this position, check your stance, strong. Now, one of the ways you will know and recognize your stance is in the right position is you're feeling strong in the posture. So your internal strength will develop and improve the longer you stay in the practice, in the posture. shake the leg. Okay, so again, we've done another posture in right and left. So another stance I want to explore is similarly, back to gumbo again. Your left leg forward this time. Go through the same checks again. Your feet, toe pointing forward, left toe pointing forward. Your right foot 45 degrees out, pushing your right heel into the floor. Your knee towards your toe on the left. Relax your hip flexors. Your back like a stack of coins, pushing your baby to the sky. Your shoulders relaxed. This time, I want to turn your right hand outwards to the right hand side. Your left hand, yeah, you're concentrating on the Yangu point, this one on the palm here, yeah. So my right hand is up to the right, concentrating on the Yangu point here to the side, yeah. So this is in the center of the body, pushing forward. Okay, so just before we start this one, yeah, we talked about the 3 cultivations. Your body fully, yeah, your arms, legs, and body being in the right position. Okay, then your breathing, yeah, you'll just be natural with your breathing. You're working with your mind, yeah, is your yi, yeah, with an intention into each stance or posture that you go into as an intention of what you're doing with it, yeah. Okay, so then we talked about the 3 cultivations. Now I'm going to break those down again into this what we call 6 coordinations. So the first 3 coordinations are your legs, body, arm. Pretty straightforward, like we just explained earlier, yeah. Okay, but then your next 3 coordinations are your sight, working with your mind, and your strength or power, your pong into the posture. Okay, so it's linked with your intention, but also the strength. So here, when we're in a posture, we're applying, yeah, minimum amount of strength to start with. Later, just like in the Yi and Jing, you apply strength or pong into the posture as your practice. So same thing here, yeah. So going back to this posture again. So check into your gongbo stance. Your right hand up to the side on this Yangu point. Yeah? So now my mind is split. So this is pushing up to the right. My left hand is warding off with a pong or warding off with the strength being applied here. So my mind and intention with my sight and pong is here. Okay. So now we time it for a 1 minute in the stance. Yeah. So left leg, yeah, right hand. So keep your concentration, relax your breathing, right palm up, left hand pushing forward. So if somebody wants to come and attack me, this would be, yeah, applying pong appropriately. At this moment in time, my intention is just pushing forward. But I'm checking all my joints, my shoulder relaxed, right shoulder, my left shoulder relaxed. Pushing forward, yeah, keep my elbow open here. So not locked, straight, but not bent, pushing out. So I change stance. Yeah. So again, the gongbo, check your stance, feet, yeah, check all the alignments, your knee, toe, hip, flexors relaxed, body, spine, upright, vertical, yeah, looking forward, your intention and your left Yangu point, right Yangu point pushing forward. Okay, and relax. So again, yeah, that's the 6 coordinations. Your legs, body, arms in the right position. You're working with your intention, your mind. Your sight is on concentrating on the direction you are trying to apply your intention, or your chi, your power, pong, going into that direction. Okay, so very important. That's your 6 coordinations, or in essence, it's your 3 cultivations, but breaking down, working with the mind, sight, and the pong energy inside the body, all part of 6 coordinations. Okay, so if you apply this principle of any posture you do and practice, then you will start feeling the chi working differently inside your body, coming from inside out. So another one I want to do now, is like play the peeper. So here, again, you'll check your stance, your right foot, 45 degrees, your left leg in front. All your weight is now 80%, 95% on your right leg. Your left ball of the foot just touching the floor. You'll check your knee in line with your toe. Check your right knee is in line with your right toe going in a 45-degree action. Your shoulder, hip, knee, heel, all in the one line going vertically down. Okay, this time, you can put your left heel on the floor, raising your toe. So this time you're stretching your calf muscle, but don't straighten the leg, keep the left leg bent. Your hands now are in the front here. So imagine this time your Laogun points are facing inwards. This time I'm imagining like pressing inwards. Okay. So this time, we do the practice, stay in the posture. We'll do a minute, relax your breathing, your heel on your left foot just touching the floor, toes raised. Arms out in front, not too close out, but not too far out, in the middle. Your left hand, fingers pointing to the sky, feel the joints of your fingers pointing upwards. So just change stance gracefully, with control, change the stance over. So imagine you're warding off, pressing forward. So my intention is on the Laogun point inwards, yes? Relax into the posture. If you feel any strain or tension, just relax. Let the discomfort, pain dissipate. This time, change stance. This time, I want you to concentrate. In breath, opening the palms. Out breath, squeezing your Laogun point, squeezing inwards. In breath, expand, open. Out breath, squeeze. Concentrate your Laogun point, squeezing in, your pong or strength, pressing in. Opening out with some pong or strength. In breath, out breath, strength, pong. In breath, open. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. In breath. out breath. In breath, out breath. Then you change stance, change hands over. The weight on your left leg, same principle, in breath, opening out. Imagine your ball increasing or you're pressing out and then compressing in. So your ball energy is in the back of the hand, opening and then compress down. So in breath, out breath. 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 And relax, shake the hands. Okay, so we've been through a few stances today, and hopefully I want to get you aware of working in the postures you pick and identify in your form. Whichever form you're doing, you should be able to identify, almost like press the pause button on the video. Stop and examine whether you're in the right position. So all those self-checks I've just gone through, yeah, should be identifiable in any posture you'll practice and perform. So you bring it out of the form, yeah, identify it, practice it. You can stay in the posture for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, however long time you have got for your personal practice. Also, regular practice, moving through the length of time, not to force it, let it become natural. Once 1 minute becomes comfortable, then you can extend the time. Yeah? And keep pushing and extending yourself over weeks or months. Yeah? It might take you 10 months, 12 months to get to 5 minutes in a posture. So here you could stay, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Yeah. So it's up to you to manage your personal practice to develop and get better. Once you work in the posture, you will feel energy move differently inside the body coming out, following your directing your chi and power with your working with the mind. So that's why I talked about the 6 coordinations. Yeah, or in principle, we can talk about it as a 3 cultivations, or we call it 6 coordinations. Okay, and that will help influence your internal strength coming from inside out. Okay, so I hope that's giving you an insight into a systematic self-check process for your own learning, personal learning, and your personal development and progress. So I'd be interested in any feedback over time, and let us know, oh, Pete, that made a big difference. How I practice is important, not what you practice so much, yeah, but it's how you practice it as well. You have to manage that. I want to encourage you to say, I want to think about my practice, how I practice, and pick the right things to practice in the right way. And then you've got a good, clear path for self-learning.